The Senate will come to order. Mr. Schaffler, please call the roll.
Senators Amabile, Baisley, Ball, Bridges, Bright, Carson, Catlin, Cutter, Danielson, is she here? Danielson,
Excused. I was just trying to say hi, man. It's good to see you.
Doherty, Exum, Frizzell, Gonzalez, Henriksen, Judah, Kip, Kirkmeyer, Kolker, Liston, Lundin, Marchman, Michelson-Genet, Mullica, Pelton B, Pelton R, Rich, Roberts, Rodriguez, Simpson, Snyder, Sullivan, Weissman, Winter. Senate District 17 vacant. Mr. President.
Let's do this. The morning roll call is 33 present, 0 absent, 1 excused, and 1 vacant. We have a quorum. Majority Leader Rodriguez. Suspend the rules.
Are we not faith? The pledge. Oh, the pledge, sorry.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that we suspend Rule 1B to allow someone other than a senator to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you very much, Mr. Majority Leader, as well as Senator Mullica. I really appreciate you being passionate about the Pledge of Allegiance. We will get to it. You've heard the motion. This requires a 2/3 vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. That's right, better not be any no's. The ayes have it. Senate Rule 1B will be suspended to allow someone other than a senator to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Members, this morning we have Senator Winter's children, Sienna Snook and Adele Gray, here with a friend, Kate, I'm going to butcher your name, Corcheron, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Come on up. Come on. No, the mic.
Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hey! Good job, y'all. Approval of the journal. Senator Snyder. We didn't even...
Thank you, Mr. President. And it is my honor to bring the motion to approve the journal and realize that voting yes means that you're in favor of ending all wars, ending all cancers, and bringing peace on earth. And with that, I move that the Senate Journal of March 19th, 2025 be approved as corrected by the Secretary.
Senator Snyder, I would like to see your script. I don't know if that's all on there, but I like the notion. You all have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. There are still people who think that we should be in war. I don't know if that's fair. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted. Senate Services.
Correctly engrossed, Senate Joint Resolution 13, correctly re-engrossed, Senate Bill 31, 144, 149, 164, and 173, correctly re-revised, House Bill 1043, correctly enrolled, Senate Bill 140, Senate Joint Resolution 11.
Committee reports.
Mr. President, the Committee on Transportation and Energy has had under consideration and had a hearing on the following appointments and recommends that the appointments be confirmed. Members of the Colorado Aeronautical Board for a term expiring December 19, 2025. Brianna Lehman of Lafayette, Colorado, to serve as a resident of a community affected by general aviation airport traffic or traffic at a commercial airport at which there is a significant general aviation activity appointed. Mr. President, the Committee on Transportation and Energy has had under consideration and has had a hearing on the following appointments and recommends that the appointments be placed on the consent calendar and confirmed. Members of the Colorado Aeronautical Board for a term expiring December 19, 2027. Daniel Malia of Burlington, Colorado, to serve as a representative of a local government that operates airports on the eastern slope, reappointed. Mr. President, the Committee on Transportation and Energy has had under consideration and has had a hearing on the following appointments and recommends that the appointments be placed on the consent calendar and confirmed. Members of the Energy and Carbon Management Commission effective July 2nd, 2024 for terms expiring July 1st, 2028. Jeffrey Robbins of Durango, Colorado to serve as a chair and member with professional experience demonstrating an ability to contribute to the Commission's body of expertise that will aid the Commission in making sound, balanced decisions, reappointed. John Messner of Lakewood, Colorado to serve as a member with substantial experience in planning or land use, reappointed. Tricia Oath of Boulder, Colorado to serve as a member with substantial experience in public health, appointed. Committee on Transportation and Energy, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 187 be referred favorably to Committee on Appropriations. Committee on Transportation and Energy, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. House Bill 1007 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation and with a recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar. Committee on Transportation and Energy, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. House Bill 1110 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation and with a recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar. Committee on Education, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 191 be amended as follows, and as so amended, be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Mr. President, the Committee on Education has had under consideration and has had a hearing on the following appointments and recommends that the appointments be placed on the consent calendar and confirmed. Members of the Board of Trustees for Adams State University for terms expiring December 31st, 2028. Arthur Ortegon of Castle Rock, Colorado, reappointed. Carla Shriver of Monte Vista, Colorado, appointed. Placido Gomez of Alamosa, Colorado, appointed.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that we proceed out of order for moments of personal privilege.
You heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. The Senate will proceed out of order for moments of personal privilege. Senator Rich.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have the honor today of,
Moment of personal privilege.
yes, may I have a moment of personal privilege?
Granted.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have the honor today of having a tribute that I would like to read and then introduce. Venice Mitchell is the reigning Miss Mesa County Teen 2025 and a seventh-generation Colorado native, where she proudly calls Mesa County home. Miss Mitchell is a sophomore at Caprock Academy, where she excels as a National Honor Society student and is actively involved in her school community as the host of the 745 news show. Miss Mitchell is a varsity volleyball player and also gives back as a coach for 3rd and 4th grade volleyball with the City of Grand Junction's Recreational League, mentoring young athletes. Miss Mitchell is also an avid downhill skier and embraces the outdoor spirit of Colorado. Her love for skiing reflects her adventurous nature and determination. In June 2025, Venice Mitchell will compete for the title of Miss Colorado's Teen in the Miss America Opportunity, a program that empowers young women to use their voices to create meaningful change. As part of her community service initiative, Superpower Thinking, Ms. Mitchell advocates for more options and choices in education for students with learning differences such as dyslexia and ADHD in K-12 and higher education. She continues to make an impact as a leader, mentor, and advocate. I'm very proud to have our Miss Mesa County teen, Venice Mitchell, on the floor, together with her mother, Mesa County Commissioner Bobby Daniel. Please welcome them. Thank you.
You're welcome. Congratulations and welcome to the Senate. Senator Kipp.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I have a moment of personal privilege?
Granted.
I would like to welcome to the chamber members from the Colorado State University Classified Personnel Council, and if just would you help me recognize them. So thanks for coming.
Welcome to the Senate. Senator Michelson Janae.
Mr. President, may I please have a moment of personal privilege?
Granted.
We have in the room members of the United Way community. I'd like to ask them to stand. They are here today celebrating Frances Weisbart Jacobs, who is the only woman in the stained glass around the dome. There are 16 portraits. One of them is a woman, a Jewish woman, by the way, named Frances Weisbart Jacobs, and today they are celebrating her, and we celebrate United Way for all that you give to our community. Thank you.
Welcome to the Senate. Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. President. In order of expediency of some of the errors of the other day from JBC members, we are going to proceed out of order for consideration of House amendments to Senate bills.
The motion is to proceed out of order for consideration of House amendments to Senate bills. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. It will proceed out of order for consideration of House amendments to Senate bills. Consideration of House amendments to Senate bills. Mr. Schaffler, please read the title to Senate Bill 68.
Senate Bill 68 by Senator Snyder and Lundin and Representative Puglisi and Pascal concerning a municipally owned utilities voluntary election to participate in the unclaimed utility deposits program.
Senator
You can talk about it.
Snyder.
Thank you, Mr. President. And for reasons that will be very clear momentarily, I move to concur with House amendments to Senate Bill 68.
Thank you, Senator Snyder. Mr. Minority Leader, explain yourself.
Colleagues, this is not what you think it is. In fact, the good senator and I brought a bill that makes sure that utility deposits get back to the people that deserve the refund of those utility deposits at the end of the day. And we realized as we were sending this bill out of the Senate that there might be a space where there's a conflation or a misunderstanding between a municipally owned utility and a privately owned utility. And so we encouraged the folks in the House to clean up some of this language. They have presented us with an answer that we have, in fact, blessed, and that is why, oddly enough, we are urging you to concur with a House amendment.
Any discussion? Seeing none, the motion is that the Senate concur with House amendments to Senate Bill 68. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 33 ayes, 0 no, 0 absent, 1 excused, and 1 vacant, that motion is adopted. Senator, Mr. Minority Leader.
I move for the repassage of Senate Bill 068.
The motion is the repassage of Senate Bill 68. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 33 ayes, 0 no, 0 absent, 1 excused, and 1 vacant, Senate Bill 68 is repassed. Co-sponsors. Senator Weissman. Co-sponsors on Senate Bill 68. Senator Liston is already a co-sponsor. Senator Exum is already a co-sponsor.
Would it be easier to call?
It's all good. Double co-sponsor.
Double co-sponsor. Most of them are on our side now.
Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. President. Before we go into seconds, I would like, pursuant to Senate Rule 21C, I move the Senate grant leave to the Joint Budget Committee to meet while the Senate is in session.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. That motion is adopted. You all are excused, but not really excused. Very good. Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. President. Before we go into general order second reading of bill consent calendar, there has been a request to remove Senate Bill 9 and put it at the bottom of the general order second reading of bills.
Senate Bill 9 has been removed. and will be placed at the bottom of the general order, second reading of the bills. General orders, second reading of the bills, consent calendar. Senator Mullica.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just want to be the first to wish Senator Brett a happy birthday. And with that, I move the Senate resolve itself into the Committee of the Whole for consideration of general order, second reading of bills, consent calendar.
A fine will be assessed to Senator Mullica for acknowledging a member without a moment of personal privilege, as well as calling them by their name.
Come on.
What say you? What say you, Senator Gonzalez?
Building a bridge with the other side.
Specifically, Senator Sullivan, $1 for every year. $29, $10, $5 will be assessed to Senator Mullica. Please be sure to pay the Senate Secretary. You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The motion is adopted. The Senate resolved itself in committee of the whole for consideration of general order, second reading of the bill's consent calendar, and Senator Mullica will take the chair.
The committee will come to order and the court rule is relaxed. Will the clerk please read the titles of all the bills on the general order, second reading of bills, consent calendar?
Senate Bill 61 by Senator Simpson and Representatives Weinberg and Joseph concerning construction of laws regarding federally recognized tribes in Colorado.
Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move for the passage of the bill on second reading of bill consent calendar, which is Senate Bill 61 and the Judiciary Report.
Is there any discussion on any of the committee reports? The motion before the body is the adoption of the committee reports on the general order, second reading of bills, consent calendar. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the committee reports are adopted. Is there any discussion on any of the bills on the consent calendar? The motion before the body is the adoption of all the bills on the general order, second reading of bills, consent calendar. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the bills are adopted. Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move the committee rise and report.
The motion is for the committee to rise and report. All those in favor say aye. All the opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the motion is adopted. The committee will rise and report.
No time. Senator will come back to order. Senator Mullica.
Thank you, Mr. President. The committee has met and has a number of bills under consideration. Will the clerk please read the report?
March 20, 2025. Mr. President, your committee of the whole begs leave to report it has had under consideration the following attached bills, being the second reading thereof, and makes the following recommendations thereon. Senate Bill 61, as amended, passed on second reading and ordered engrossed and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage.
Senator Mullica.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the report.
The motion is the adoption of the committee of the whole report. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 33 ayes, 0 no, 0 absent, 1 excused, and 1 vacant, the committee of the whole report is adopted. Senate Bill 61 is amended, passed on second reading, ordered engrossed and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. General orders, second reading of bills. Senator Mullica.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate resolve itself into the committee of the whole for the consideration of general orders, second reading of bills.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the Senate will resolve itself in committee of the whole for consideration of general order, second reading of bills. Senator Mullica will take the chair. Get some more.
Except there, you're right, we did. There was a minor amendment. Thank you. You're good. You're good.
The committee will come to order and the court rule is relaxed. Will the clerk please read the title to Senate Bill 145?
Senate Bill 145 by Senator Kipp and Representative Lindsay and Zakai concerning the right of a consumer to cancel automatic renewal contracts online.
Senator Kipp.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move, or Mr. Chair,
Yep.
I move SB 145 and the Health and Insurance Committee report.
I have the Business, Labor, and Technology Committee
Oh,
report.
I'm sorry, the business report, sorry, wrong committee.
To the committee report.
To the committee report, we just added a small amendment saying that the Attorney General's office can do rulemaking.
Perfect. Is there any further discussion on the Business, Labor, and Technology Committee report? Seeing none, the question before us is the passage of the committee report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. The committee report is adopted. To the bill. Senator Kipp.
Thank you, and before we actually pass it, I do have an amendment, but I will tell you a little bit about this bill first. So a few years ago, I had a bill that I worked on with the Attorney General's office and Mr. Majority Leader to make sure that we closed, that if you sign up for a service online, that you can also get removed from that service online. So this is like auto renewals, and apparently we left a loophole in that law, and so today we are trying to close it.
Senator Kipp.
And I would like to offer an amendment.
There is an amendment at the desk. Will the clerk please read Amendment L2?
Amendment L2, amend the Business, Labor, and Technology Committee report dated March 13, 2025, page 1, line 2. Strike add 7 and substitute add 1D.D7 2.5.
Senator Kipp.
Thank you. May I tell you about the amendment?
Senator Kipp.
Yes, thank you.
Senator Kipp, you want to move the amendment?
Oh, I'm sorry. I move L002 to 145.
That's a proper motion to the amendment.
Thank you. So there's two parts to this amendment. The first part defines a one-step cancellation process to align with other state laws to ensure consistency. What we did, and fortunately we were able to come back to it, we've learned a little bit since we passed the original bill and want to make sure that we are just aligned and consistent with other places and what we are doing ourselves. And then the second part allows companies to offer consumer promotions at the time of the cancellation, because the ability to cancel can't be impeded by a promotion, but if you go to a brick and mortar store or call somebody on a phone, a lot of times they'll be offered an incentive to continue with the service, and we don't want online users to be denied this opportunity. And this is also in alignment with other state laws, so I ask for a yes vote.
Perfect. Is there any further discussion on Amendment L2? Seeing none, the question before the body is the passage of Amendment L2. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and Amendment L2 is adopted. To the bill.
I ask for a yes vote.
Perfect. Any further discussion on Senate Bill 145? Seeing none, the question before the body is the passage of Senate Bill 145. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and Senate Bill 145 is passed. Will the clerk please read the title to House Bill 1173?
House Bill 1173 by Representatives Lukens and Johnson and Senator Kolker concerning expanding the role of an advisory board to serve the Office of School Safety.
Senator Kolker.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move House Bill 251173.
That is a proper motion. To the bill.
This bill, colleagues, is a cleanup bill in the Office of School Safety for the advisory board serving the Office of School Safety. Basically, just to give you a background, OSS provides Colorado schools and communities with tools and resources to create safe and positive environments for all students. This bill transitions the Colorado School Safety Resource Center Advisory Board to the Office of School Safety Advisory Board, allowing all units within the OSS to benefit from the board's guidance and recommendations. I urge an aye vote.
Perfect. Any further discussion on House Bill 1173? Seeing none, the question before the body is the passage of House Bill 1173. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and House Bill 1173 is passed. Will the clerk please read the title to Senate Bill 185?
Senate Bill 185 by Senators Rodriguez and Pelton B. and concerning the inapplicability of the economic loss rule to certain claims brought by a residential property owner against a construction professional.
Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move House Bill 185 and the Judiciary Report.
To the Judiciary Report.
In the
Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. In the Judiciary Report, We had some stakeholdering with the bill with the home builders, and they asked for some tweaks to some of the language, so we complied with that to get them in support as they testified that they were in support as amended. So we passed that amendment.
Is there any further discussion on the Judiciary Committee report? Seeing none, the question before the body is the passage of the committee report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the committee report is passed. To the bill. Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Colleagues, this bill has been something that I've looked at for a couple years. I thought it would be in the construction defects bill last year, and it never happened. So this year, myself and my colleague decided to just get the bill cleaned up. A few years ago, they made a change in Colorado's economic loss rule, has not applied to residential construction, has not impeded the ability of homeowners to hold general contractors, subcontractors, design professionals, or construction professionals accountable for negligent work. The Colorado Supreme Court has recognized an independent duty and part of the construction professionals constructs homes without negligence. Senate Bill 125 seeks to correct a potential imbalance created by the Colorado Court of Appeals in Appleby versus Dussey Sudic Structural Engineers, which held that the independent duty of care is owed only to the subsequent purchasers, but not to the first homeowner. So basically, a first-time homeowner has no negligence claims against the construction professionals, and what this bill simply does is puts back in that they do have a duty of care to provide. So on that, I ask for an aye vote.
Senator Pelton.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And I just want to point out, this is a day in history where we have the home builders and the trial lawyers on the same side. All the
And me and
planets have
Pelton.
aligned. What's that?
And me and Pelton.
Yeah, and Senator Rodriguez and myself, the majority leader and myself. But we have a really good consensus here between the home builders and the trial lawyers about how moving forward and having liability responsibility to the first-time homeowners. I always give an example about if your wall falls down and you've owned that house and you're the first-time home builder, you've owned that house for 15 years, your wall falls down, and everything points to the structural part of it or to the architectural part of it, then you would have to go back and sue the developer instead of going back and suing the
engineer.
architect or the engineer. That's what I'm looking at. So now with this change, because this has only been a 3-year, this case, the Appleby case, has only been there for 3 years. That's what would happen when if this bill passes, is that you would, the homeowner, the first-time homeowner, would be able to go back and get compensated for that damage of your house. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing moving forward. And I ask for an aye vote on 185.
Is there any further discussion on Senate Bill 185? Seeing none, the question before the body is the passage of Senate Bill 185. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and Senate Bill 185 is passed. Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. There has now been a request to lay over Senate Bill 9 until Friday, March 21st. So that's the motion.
The motion is to lay over Senate Bill 9 to March 1st, March 21st. Thank you. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. Senate Bill 9 will be laid over until March 21st. Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move the committee rise and report.
The motion is for the committee to rise and report. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. We will rise and report.
Take your time, man. Senate will come to order. Senator Mullica.
Thank you, Mr. President. The committee has met and had a number of bills under consideration. Will the clerk please read the report?
March 20th, 2025. Mr. President, your Committee of the Whole begs leave to report it has had under consideration the following attached bills, being the second reading thereof, and makes the following recommendations thereon. Senate Bill 145 as amended, Senate Bill 185 as amended, passed on second reading and ordered engrossed and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. House Bill 1173 passed on second reading and ordered revised and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. Senate Bill 9 laid over until March 21st, 2025 and retaining its place on the calendar.
Senator Mullica.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the report.
The motion is the adoption of the Committee of the Whole report. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 33 ayes, 0 no, 0 absent, 1 excused, and 1 vacant, the Committee of the Whole report is adopted. Senate Bill 145 is amended. Senate Bill 185 is amended, passed second reading, order engrossed, placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. House Bill 1173 passed on second reading, order revised, placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. Senate Bill 9 laid over until 3/21/2025 and retaining its place on the calendar. Signing of bills.
The President has signed Senate Joint Resolution 9. The President has signed House Bill 1025, 1029, 1035, 1041, 1077, 1081, 1084, 1114, 1155.
Announcements. Members, will the Senate choir, especially Byron Pelton, Senator Byron Pelton with the most beautiful voice, please assemble to wish a happy birthday to Senator Bright, who is celebrating apparently his 29th birthday today. 29th birthday today. That would make him the youngest member of the Senate. Take it away.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Senator Bright. Happy birthday to you.
May the good Lord bless you. No? Yep. It's okay. You don't have to. Okay. Additional announcements. Senator Pelton B.
Thank you, Mr. President. So, colleagues, I put something on your desk today. Yesterday was Ag Day, and I wanted to show what the U.S. emissions breakdown with the greenhouse gas emissions that we talk about all the time in this chamber. And it shows right here, if you look, less than 2.5% of all greenhouse emissions is from livestock. And then you have less than, well, it's almost just 7% other agriculture emissions. And then the rest of the country on there for the greenhouse gas emissions. This is from the EPA inventory of greenhouse gas emissions in 2024. So I just wanted to show that, you know, livestock is not an issue when it comes to greenhouse gas emissions in that aspect. The other thing I wanted to bring up one last time is today is calling on the Capitol from the Logan County Cattlewomen. They're going to be here today. So come on over to the First Baptist Church at 6 p.m. to enjoy a nice steak, homegrown in Senate District 1. It's not a Western Slope steak. It's a homegrown Senate District 1 steak. So come on over and enjoy it. Or homegrown. We grow them there. So they come out, they're raised, and they're grown. All right, come on over. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Welcome. Senator Henriksen.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, and anyone else who might be interested, the Senate Business, Labor, and Technology Committee will meet upon adjournment in the old Supreme Court for consideration of House Bills 1205 and 1179 and Senate Bills 181 and 186.
Very good. Senator Mullica.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, Senate Health and Human Services Committee will be meeting at 1:30 in the old Supreme Court. We have several people that we need to confirm, and then we will be hearing House Bill 1085, House Bill 1086, House Bill 1124, and Senate Bill 152.
Very good. Senator Liston. Or Senator Marchman. Or Senator Liston. Or Senator Marchman. Senator Marchman.
morning. Do I need to ask for a moment of personal privilege?
Granted.
Great, thank you so much. Both questions answered. So, good morning, colleagues. Today, it is my absolute honor to welcome to the Colorado State Capitol members of Colorado Education Association. As a fellow educator and a proud member of the association, I want to personally thank each and every one of the teachers and families that are working hard, tirelessly dedicated to our students, our schools, and the future of public education in our state. The teachers' presence here today is a powerful statement. By rallying together, we are standing up for our students, our communities, and the fundamental belief that every child in Colorado deserves access to a fully funded, high-quality public education. We know the challenges our schools face. We know the urgency of protecting education funding, ensuring fair wages for educators, and providing the resources our students need to thrive. And we know that when educators raise our voices, change happens. So I want to thank everyone who will be here today for advocating and for reminding each lawmaker in this building that investing in public education is not optional, it's essential. Together, we will continue fighting for the schools our students deserve. I welcome our teachers to your Capitol. Let's keep up the fight. Thank you, Mr. President.
Very good, thank you. Mr. Minority Leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. May I have a moment of personal privilege?
Granted.
Thank you very much. Colleagues, I want to echo some of the comments that you just heard. We will have before us very soon, hopefully next week, we'll see the budget. It might be the week after that, who knows. But we will have before us the choice of decisions that we need to make about where we should spend our money. In 23, I ran an amendment that said, let's get rid of the budget stabilization factor, and it caught fire. In 24, we actually got rid of the budget stabilization factor as a body, and we moved forward to do that. In order to achieve that which you'll be asked by the teachers union is going to be here today saying anything that is not all the money is a cut, we need to actually prioritize. That's our job. I have here a list of 105 different what I would call shiny object programs. They total up to $335 million in cuts that we will need to make if we want to protect public education. Colleagues, we've got some tough choices before us. So when you interact with those teachers who I admire, I am the progeny of teachers. I am glad to be, quite frankly, the father of teachers. When you interact with those teachers today, help them find for us the places. And I've got a list of 105 places we can cut to make sure that we, in fact, protect public education. I would encourage you to encourage them to help us figure out where can we cut to make sure that we prove up that public education is, in fact, our #1 priority. Thank you very much, colleagues. Thank you, Mr. President.
Very good. Senator Liston.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I ask for a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Very good. Thank you. Members, I want to offer a heartfelt thanks to the relentless team at SpaceX for their groundbreaking efforts. Their ingenuity brought American astronauts Sunita Williams and Barry Wilmore safely home after a NASA test flight launched June 5th of 2024 experienced problems with its thrusters. Initially, the trip was a 9-day mission to the International Space Station. It stretched into a 9-month ordeal when NASA deemed Starliner's technical flaws too risky for return. Their flight ranks 6th on the list of NASA's longest missions. Despite the hostile rhetoric and mistrust directed at Elon Musk, the founder of SpaceX, in recent months by the minority party, he and his team persevered. NASA experts concluded that it would be safer for the astronauts to return home aboard a SpaceX Dragon capsule spacecraft rather than the NASA spacecraft. This decision highlights the ability of private companies to innovate and deliver results. Thanks to Elon Musk's tenacity and the ingenuity of the dedicated people of SpaceX, Sunita Williams and Barry Wilmore are now reunited with their friends and families and can begin their rehabilitation process. Space's harsh toll amplifies SpaceX triumph. Astronauts exercise 2 hours daily to fight bone and muscle loss over the 286-day stay demands expensive rehabilitation ahead. The rescue mission is a testament to private innovation and resolve outpacing government bureaucrats. Mr. President, I am honored and pleased to give a shout out to the great employees of SpaceX. No other country in the world could accomplish such an achievement other than the United States. This achievement showcases the American spirit through ingenuity, as Americans should be celebrating the safe return of the astronauts and accomplishments of SpaceX. Thanks to SpaceX's resolve, our astronauts are now home safely amongst their loved ones. I can hardly wait to hear their stories of this historic mission. God bless the United States of America, and to the great employees of SpaceX, and to the patriotic American Elon Musk. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Obama. Yes, thank you, President Obama. Senator Bridges.
Thank you, Mr. President. Moving right along. Teachers, welcome to your capital today. As we are having conversations about education funding, it is important to know the facts about where we are right now, the decisions we have already made. First of all, the elimination of averaging is off the table. That was an idea that came from the governor, and it is an idea that has been pretty roundly rejected here on the second floor. The elimination of averaging is off the table. Two, we have, as a budget committee, voted to set aside an additional $150 million of general fund for K-12 public education this year. That's a vote we have already made, and that is the dollar amount we would set aside regardless of whatever formula it is that the education bill that is forthcoming would move forward with. So we have set aside the general fund commitment. Anything else is a conversation about state ed fund. There will 100% guaranteed be an increase in per pupil funding this year. So just so everyone knows, as we're having these conversations, that is the baseline that we are starting from. And again, welcome to your capital.
Thank you so much, Senator Bridges. Senator Exum, please bring us back to announcements.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. President. Did I tell you that I love you, everybody?
We love you too, Senator Exum.
All right. I have talked to the majority leader, the minority leader, the president, and anybody else that wants to know to be excused for tomorrow. I will miss you.
We miss you as well. Senator Roberts.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have an announcement about the Agriculture and Natural Resources Committee. We will meet at 1:30 today in room 352 to hear confirmations for the Coal Mine Board of Examiners, the Mine Land Reclamation Board, Water Quality Control Commission, and then we will take up 4 bills: Senate Bill 159, House Bill 1137, House Bill 1203, and Senate Bill 53. And then
Senator Roberts.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I ask for a moment of personal privilege?
Granted.
Thank you. Colleagues, I just wanted to ask that you help me welcome one of my county commissioners and Summit County Commissioner Tamara Pogue, who's on the floor with us. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. Welcome to the Senate. Senator Kipp.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I have a moment of personal privilege?
Granted.
Good morning, colleagues. As you may know, it is expected for an executive order at the federal level to be signed today to begin dismantling the U.S. Department of Education. This is I have no words, but I will find a couple here. We have caught in the middle our nation's 50 million public school students, 15% of whom have disabilities. The federal government accounts for about 10% of total school funding, which could have profound implications on our own state budget. Shuttering the education department is broadly unpopular. Public opinion surveys show, multiple polls in the past month have shown that roughly 2/3 of Americans oppose the idea.
Senator Michelson Janae.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I have a moment of personal privilege?
Granted.
This is how these cuts will impact Colorado students and families all across the state. $501 million in cuts to services supporting kids, $96 million in cuts in services supporting workers, $29.43 billion in cuts to services supporting continuing students. We are in trouble.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any additional announcements? There is one additional announcement before the final announcement. Senator Weissman.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is to announce today's state affairs calendar. We will meet at 10:15. We have two items of business on our agenda. The first is the consideration of a governor's appointment. Second is to hear House Bill 1109. We are in the usual room 352. See you there. Thanks. Bye.
Very good. Majority Leader Rodriguez.
What?
Please make your announcement.
Members, we are going to recess to read bills across the desk later today, so no need to return. On that, I move that we recess until 11 a.m. today.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it, so we'll stand in recess until 11 a.m. today.